today, from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's a special Halloween presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Carson Wentz and the Indianapolis Colts taking on Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. We have a first down coming up in the red zone. In fact, it's a first and goal situation as this offense looks to get into the end zone from about 9 yards out. They'll run here with Mack. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. A look at the numbers for Mack from last week. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power. We saw finesse. We saw speed. And what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Again, it'll be Mack. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And oh, the gamble fails. It's incomplete. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again. This defense already looking at a deficit on the scoreboard, but now what can they design here to disrupt this third down play? Tannehill. And that is incomplete. So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Bailey's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. This offense, they've got a really nice drive going, and now it's 1st and goal. Can they finish it off and punch it in the end zone? Mack. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appeared.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5, on the 10. They should be ready to go.
Now, these two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. He'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Wentz.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. Here comes Ryan Tannehill now leading his offense back out there. He's played a pretty clean first. Second quarter, this defense looking for a big 3rd down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense. Tannehill throwing again. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. On 1st and 10, Tannehill.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd down and goal. Tannehill.
That'll be caught by Brown. Touchdown, Tennessee.
A.J. Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to...
A 3rd down situation coming up in the 3rd quarter, in this defense hoping to turn that 3rd down into 4th. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. They set up the screen to Hill. And he's got room. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 15-yard line. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. He'll go with Hill here on first down. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Following the penalty, it's Hill. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
These two teams met in Nashville earlier in the year with the Titans coming away victorious. So if they can find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0. Here's Hill again on 2nd down.
Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact. To throw is Tannehill. And that will be incomplete. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. It's a 3rd down situation in the 4th quarter. Time to see if this defense is up to the task. Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually...
Now Wentz, gotta have this one.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs.
Tennessee offense set to go again.
Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slow.
All right, time to jump back in. This defense already 2 scores down. Points here would certainly make their road back a tough one.
Hill.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That make things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Here's Tannehill.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Bailey's kick is good, and that will swell the lead to 16. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us, or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves, let's get back out there and move the ball again?
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway, but a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Wentz now on 1st down. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Wentz. He's got Jack Doyle. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
Now it's Hines. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Second and 11. Throwing now is Wentz. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 11. Wentz going to give this to Taylor. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. Well, they had to take one final shot at the end zone, but now things are looking really bleak.
And I agree with that totally. You had to take the shot if they did score. You know, whether you call it a miracle or not, you line up, onside kick, get the ball back.
fourth quarter, and this offense in search of points. Let's see if they can find them. Wentz now on first down. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
To throw again on second down. Wentz taken in by the tight end Doyle. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling.
And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown. But probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step 1, the touchdown. You need a 2-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if they're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for 2 again. That's why teams are practicing multiple 2-point plays.
We saw that Now this one's not over yet. A big play coming up on the onside kick with a kicking team trailing by 8. They need to get it back. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, this was a good one. Excitement all the way to the end. You had the points, and then they were hoping for the miracle there on the onside kick. Couldn't get it recovered, and that was your ball game.
And I'm of the opinion that any time you actually do recover an onside kick, it almost is a miracle. It takes so many things going right to make it happen. It didn't in this case, and they walk off a victor.
So for Tennessee,
they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule.
And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.